On the political front, the EU is hoping that the tentative deal with Turkey will stop the flow of people across the Mediterranean. But it still hasn't been finalized, which has left Greece in a very difficult position, something that's been highlighted today by the German Chancellor Angela Merkel. This is what she told a German radio station. I think that Austria's unilateral decision and then those made subsequently by Balkan countries will obviously bring us fewer refugees, but they put Greece in a very difficult situation. If we do not manage to reach a deal with Turkey, then Greece cannot bear the weight for long. Let's get more on this and speak to Ira Spitzer. He joins us live from Berlin. Ira, Merkel in a very tricky situation because there's a crucial election coming up. And she's going to be voted on her refugee policy, isn't she?
Well, German voters head to the polls this Sunday in what they are calling Super Sunday here. And those are regional elections taking place in 3 German states where about 12 million voters will head out to vote. And in many ways, and in most ways, this is a referendum on the refugee crisis that has dominated this year as well as last, and Chancellor Angela Merkel's handling of that crisis. And one of the big stories here has been the rise of the right-wing Eurosceptic AfD parties. That party is polling in double digits in all those states, in one case as high as 19%. But on the other hand, because of the rise of this far-right anti-refugee movement in Germany, we are seeing Angela Merkel pick up some support from the left. And in fact, in a recent poll, 50% of Germans said they approved of the chancellor. So some of her numbers are starting to tick upwards, but the elections will be very much a referendum on what Germans think about her leadership.
And how have Germans been reacting to the latest developments in the refugee crisis? Because a year ago, they were very open to refugees.
Yes, of course, we have seen somewhat of a dramatic shift from a year ago where the German public and as well as the government was, for the most part, welcoming of refugees. We have seen a shift to the right, as we've seen across Europe. However, as I mentioned, those improving numbers for Chancellor Merkel, some Germans are seeing some hope and some leadership in some of the latest EU talks. Now, of course, the way that plays out will have a huge impact on how Germans ultimately view this leadership. But there has been some signs of optimism among the public lately because of some of the developments. But of course, that comes against the backdrop of this major humanitarian crisis that is overrunning Europe at the moment.
Okay, Ira, many thanks for your time. Ira Spitzer there from Berlin.